We're going to do a video here on how to teach a trick to your dog. In this case, how to roll over. And I chose a dog here who's very energetic, but she has never really learned any tricks. We also chose a location that's away from other dogs and other people and activities in the house or out in the yard where it's quiet. This girl's name is Snapchat, and I'm going to use clicker training. Clicker training involves the use of a clicker, and what we first want to do, if you haven't used clicker training before, you want to teach your dog what the clicker means. Snapchat, Snapchat, come here. So what I want to do is I want to several times click the clicker and then give her a treat right away. And the clicker actually serves as a way to pinpoint the exact behavior that you're looking for. It's about a 3-step process to doing rollover. The first thing you want to do is teach your dog to sit, if the dog doesn't know that already. She may know how to sit, we'll find out in a minute. Then how to lie down, and finally how to roll over. So first step, let's try getting her to sit. Snappy, Snap, come over here, sit. Come around, come over here, come over here, sit. So that's actually, she's pretty good at that already. Sit. The next thing I'm going to work on is getting her to lie down. Snap, come here. Down. Come here. Down. Notice what I'm doing. I'm using the food as a lure to get her to put her head down. And in her case, I have to give her a little bit of physical help to get her butt down as well. Down. In the beginning, if she even gets close to the right action with my command, I can give her the click and the treat at that point. Down. Come here. Down. 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 Notice that time her butt was staying down better. Sit. Down. I don't know if you can see, but I don't have to give as much help with my left hand now. She's getting the idea. Down. Down. The next step is getting her to roll over. You have to decide which way you want her to go. Let's say this time we want her, we want her to go to my right, okay? So that means, come here, Snappy. That means I'm going to give her help, obviously, but the first time I'm going to use the food as a lure, and I'm going to use my left hand to help. First of all, down, and roll over, roll over, down, roll over, down, roll over. It's our second day of training Snapchat to roll over, and she only did maybe about 10 minutes yesterday, so we're going to try a few more minutes today. Let's see what she remembers from yesterday. She certainly remembers the treats, because you can see how she's looking at my right hand like, where are those treats? So, Snappy, down. Now she's getting her back end down by herself. Down. Down. Roll over. Roll over. That time she started going by herself, which is a very good thing. Roll over. And that's our first movement by herself to do the roll over. Roll over. Roll over. And we'll make that a short session today. That was a very nice way to end it. Good girl. Day 3 of Snapchat's training to roll over. She already knows sit. All right. Let's see if she remembers down. Down. Snappy. Sit. Down. 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 Since she wasn't doing it, I had to hold her back end down so that she wouldn't lift it up. Sit. So it's like this. Down. Down. And that time she did it without my having to hold her. Now we'll try, see if she goes towards roll over. Down. Down. Roll over. Whoops, that's a good girl. One thing you should remember is that when you repeat something with a dog, it can be either a reinforcement or a correction. If you repeat it and treat, then it's a reinforcement. It makes the dog realize that she's doing something right. If you repeat it without any treat, that's a correction and means that, no, you didn't do it right, we have to try again. Roll over, roll over. Just needed a gentle nudge that time. Roll over. And she did most of that by herself. Snappy. Roll over, roll over. That was a good movement towards a roll over that time. Roll over, roll over. Roll over, one more time, roll over. And we're going to finish on that note for today. A couple more days, you should be getting good at this. Day 4 with teaching Snapchat to roll over. Just a couple of things before we start. You can see she's really anxious to start because she knows this treat's coming. Just a few points I want to go over. First of all, at this point, I'm going to slow down the giving of the treat just a little bit because she should be getting accustomed to the clicker as being the signal for the reward now. So I'm going to click and not treat immediately, but very quickly after the click. Also, I want to emphasize that you have to now be very careful to be consistent. With each command, I'm going to use the same words, the same hand signals. So when I tell her to sit, the hand signal is going to be something like this. I'll say sit. For down, the hand signal will be finger to the ground, and I'll say down. For roll over, the hand signal will be a kind of a rolling motion with the finger, which she still hasn't quite gotten the idea on, and the words roll over. So repetition is very important, and remember, repetition with a treat, with a reward, is a reinforcement of the behavior. So let's spend a couple of minutes working on this. Come here, baby. Over here. Sit. Down. Roll over. Roll over. That was very good. Sit. Down. Roll over. Very good. At this point, I might want to try to get her to complete that roll all the way, unless trying to teach her to play dead, in which case she could just stay where she is. Come here. Sit. Down. Roll over. Roll over. Roll over. Good girl. Still needs a very slight nudge, but not much. Let's try just the roll over at this point. Roll over. There you go. Good girl. Roll over. Roll over. Roll over. Notice how her ears perk up when I click the clicker. She knows that she did it right and she's got a treat. One of the concepts of training a dog is that very often in the initial stages, the handler does all the work, the dog gets all the rewards. You'll notice I do have to do a lot of that work because she's sometimes, it depends on where her leg is. If her left rear leg is sticking out, she's hesitant to roll over because it's in the way. If she's in this position right now, watch. Roll over, roll over, roll over. There you go. She did that all by herself. Good job today, girl. Good job. All right, we're back for another day of teaching Snapchat to roll over. Snappy. A quick review. Come here. Sit. Down. She did that right the first time. Roll over. Oh, and she went all the way over. Isn't that nice? Down, down, roll over, roll over. Well, you can see she's starting to do the whole trick correctly now. And if we continue doing this just a couple of minutes a day with rewards for when she does it right, that she's going to be a real champ at rolling over. So I think that should give you enough of a hint as to how you can get started. I do recommend clicker training. It really helps to pinpoint what you're looking for. And don't forget to repeat the trick with a reward if she does it right, and repeat the trick with no reward if it's not done correctly. All right? Keep that in mind. Good luck and happy trick dog.